My people, welcome to another tutorial with me, Fashion and Beauty. For this tutorial, I'm going to show now how to cut and sew this trendy asymmetric draped dress. So if now waiting they're interested in, please keep on watching.
It's Fashion and Beauty. Welcome.
So the first thing we'll go do now to draft out this style, you'll bring out your pattern paper. You will fold down just the way you see. I fold that into 2 equal half. Then we'll mark out all our basic measurements line for skirt pattern. The first thing are the waist to the hip. The waist to the hip I use 9 inches. If you use 8.5 or average 9. So now to get your knee measurement from the full length of your dress, you go mark from down. You go mark 23 inches. If not a very tall person you be, use 24 or 25. This why they mark the name beside be say this style na a line they get now like man-made tail, so we go need to get our knee part curved. So now we'll just go ahead, extend all these lines so that we fit clearly see them. We get our hip line, our waistline, and our knee line. After don't write this thing out, the next thing now to put down our measurement. Your waist now divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch. For the hip the same thing too, but to get the knee back we go minus 4 from the hip measurement to get the knee. For example, just as you will see here, if the hip now 34 minus 4, we can't divide that same answer by 4 inches again. So now we're go use to get for our knee. This is not just example. Go use your own measurement to get your knee. So now hip minus 4, then divided by that answer to get your knee curve. I will go ahead join all this line together. Remember I say now man-made tail, so go just carry them from that knee place, extend them down to the full length. You see as I say extend them like a line. If you get curve or ruler, just use and take down like that. So now go ahead rewrite that hip and knee inside, because I'll cut this place out so that you clearly see them as they cut this paper. Now I don't cut them, we can cut them on top the material. I use Duchess material, silk. You feel use 2 yards to make this skirt. So I will just go ahead, add 1 inch for zip allowance. I will open the zip allowance part. Because I did them, I will come notch the zip allowance area so that I will know where my allowance be. I use 1 inches for the allowance, but if you add more, so I will just keep that one aside. The next thing now to start to construct our front part. I cut out the back because for the front this pattern paper I will pieces somewhere they do them. So I first cut out the back. Now I cut the back first. So now I will fold another pattern paper. You see that you don't replace, just place that one we don't cut already before. Place them on top. You cut them exactly as it did. Then I'll just remark the hip line and the knee line for this new pattern paper so that you will see them clearly. So now this is not the point you go use take after. You go use take know how high you want me your slit be. For this tutorial I did go down by 9 inch, which like the hip line. Now they go down, but I can't cover them just like this go the end. For if you want me the slit high as it did for the picture, you go use 7 inches for this one. Now 7 inches you go use, but here they use 9 inches because I know me high like that. And now from this point you go take determine which part you want me your slit be, whether left or right. So it says I take place this smaller one where I cut, so now go dey under, but I just put on like this so that I go use and take determine how wide I want me the slit to open with. So it says I take place I want me the thing there the slits there on my right. I make I place them like this, but remember this small paper I put on top it dey under, I know they on top. I just want to use and take get the wideness of my slit. So for the wideness I mark 6 inches. If you want me wide pass like that, you should open them more. So now I can come down for this front this one where I won't cut the slit. So for the one we go down on top, I will come down by 15 inches. But if you want me high like this for the picture, you will come down by 10 inches. Then for that small one, you will come down by 7 inches. But for this one, and they come down by 15 for this front one. So I don't go ahead cover like this. You see as I put them, I don't put that small one under. So you see one small, one big. My mark am so right hand side go see clearly. This one go dey inside, while this big one go dey for front. So now this big one now we go use to get our drape. The method we will take use get this drape now the slash and spread method. So I will just mark 2 inch. If you use 5 based on how open or how you want make the thing they draped as much as you want. This one no get specific measurements, so I will just open them the slash and spread. Just say I'm open them as wide as you want based on how much print you want me did the front. So I don't place them on top my material. You see as I place them, I'll use something holder. I just use one book holder. If you use anything we get, take hold the paper so that it no go shift. So I don't spread them to the way I want. If you spread them past like this, if you want may they more gathered for that front side. So I use chalk mark everything out so that will easily cut them. Now I don't cut the front piece. I'll go ahead cut the second one. Remember I said the front piece now 2. The one with the smaller one I will come cut them exactly just like that as the day. Remember I said cut, I don't add my allowance, so I don't need to add allowance as I did cut. So I will just cut them exactly as it is for the paper. The next one, now we go to the draping process. Now here we don't enter the main step. So I know they use lining for the front, so I would be cutting on top on that paper, that drape side, so that if you know how much I will take pleat them as I do them. So just put that other one, we don't see, just cut the up piece so that it will be like guide. If you use lining, but if not they use lining, if you do them this way, so that it will be like guide to know how much drape you get them. So I close that one when I cut, place them on top of this paper, cut them. So this paper we do under na my exact measurement. No be I never slash spread them, but you know see the material we slash spread them, so we get that extra material. So now that extra material will come use to do this drape. For this drape you go take your time, use pin them as much as you want. Even a tiny pleats you want make, you do one like that. If not big one, you go just use them do them. So now you see as I don't do them, I don't iron them, I don't even top stitch that drape side. Now to come fix, I don't use bias to take turn the mouth. I tell you I already use lining. I use bias to turn that slit opening, because no go leave them rough like that. If you turn them, or if you just fold down small, or you use lining, cut them with lining. So now you see that small one already they under exactly like that as I put them. So now so we will place them. We will place the smaller one inside, then this drip one go there on top. So I will just go ahead, pin everything down. I'll go my machine, I'll come match everything, the waist side and the hip side. Now we'll match, so that we'll join these 2 front pieces together. You see as it is open for the slit, as the slit come out very demure. My camera really do justice, but okay. So my slit go there very open like that. If you want me to higher, like I said before, if you go up like the measurement where I tell you, now so you go take drum. So now I don't come out all the pins. I won't repin them back with that smaller one they under, so I go feel easily match them for my machine. For the back, remember I said our back piece there, I don't use line, just turn them small for the back. The 2 back piece I just use line it on and small, then I will just trim those extra we remain. Remember I say I notch the zip allowance so that it will be easy for me to see. I use 1 inch take drum, so I will just, after I don't turn on, a 1/2 inch remain with that lining. So I just use that 1/2 inch to just close that zip allowance side. So I'll close and reach the end, then I will fix my zip. See as after I don't close them, I don't iron them, see as it neat exactly like that. So you just open like 10 inches length to take fix your zip. So after fixing the zip, the next thing is to just shape the dress. After you shape and iron them, that's everything on how to make this trendy draped asymmetric skirt. So I hope so now enjoyed this video. If not on our first time coming to across my channel, thanks for watching and for staying this long. Don't forget to help me give my videos a thumbs up and also to subscribe. If I get any question, ask me for the comment section. Bye.